What if some of the animals we think are extinct are actually still alive, hiding in places humans have never dared to go? Every few years, something gets caught on camera that science said vanished millions of years ago. Today, we're going over 5 extinct animals that might still be out there. Number 5. Tasmanian Tiger. Most people hear Tasmanian Tiger and think, yeah, that's gone. Case closed. Scientists declare it extinct in the 1980s. Done. But here's what they don't tell you. This animal wasn't just some random creature. It had stripes like a tiger, a pouch like a kangaroo, and jaws that could open almost 90 degrees wide. It lived across Australia, Tasmania, and New Guinea for thousands of years. A true apex predator. Then humans showed up and decided it was a problem. From 1888 to 1909, the government literally paid people to kill them. Bounty hunters wiped out over 2,000 in just 2 decades. By July 1936, it finally got legal protection, but it was already too late. Just 59 days later, the very last known Tasmanian tiger died alone in a zoo in Hobart, left outside in harsh weather. Nobody cared enough to bring her in. Her body was lost in storage for decades. They didn't even find it again until 2022. But here's where it gets interesting. Thousands of people across Australia still report sightings. Not 1 or 2, thousands. Reward money has been offered multiple times. Nobody has ever claimed it. And in 2022, scientists began a serious de-extinction project, extracting DNA from a 130-year-old specimen, using its closest living relative to rebuild the genome. By 2024, they completed the full genetic sequence. So is the Tasmanian tiger actually gone? Science says yes. But science also said it was fine right up until there was literally one left on Earth. Number 4. Woolly Mammoth. The woolly mammoth didn't die out 10,000 years ago. Not all of them. A small isolated group survived on Wrangel Island, a tiny frozen island in the Arctic Ocean. Until just 4,000 years ago, the pyramids of Egypt were already standing. The first cities were already being built. And somewhere on a remote Arctic island, woolly mammoths were still alive, still walking, still breathing. That's not ancient history. That's practically yesterday. So if a hidden population survived that long in one isolated location, what about the vast, unmapped wilderness of Siberia? An area so enormous that entire mountain ranges have been discovered there in the last century alone? And even if none survive today, scientists aren't giving up. A company called Colossal Biosciences is actively working to bring the mammoth back by 2028. They recovered DNA frozen in Arctic ice for over 39,000 years. Still viable, still readable. The Asian elephant shares nearly identical DNA. The technology exists. The timeline is real. The mammoth may be gone, but it might walk this earth again within your lifetime. Number 3. Mokele-Mbembe, deep in the Congo basin. One of the most remote, least explored places on Earth. Local tribes have been telling the same story for hundreds of years. They call it Mokele-Mbembe, the one who stops rivers. Long neck, long whip-like tail, smooth brown skin, for powerful legs with claws. A small head, like a lizard with a strange ridge on top. They say it's bigger than an elephant. They say it lives in the deepest river channels where the water is black and the trees block out all sunlight. Explorer William Gibbon spent years in the Congo, speaking directly with tribal elders. Their descriptions were consistent, detailed, and matched nothing in any modern field guide. In 1959, one tribe claimed they actually killed one because it was destroying a dam they'd built across a river. They said the creature was so massive it took several days to fully process. Could a dinosaur-like creature genuinely still exist in the Congo? Scientists say the math doesn't work, but the Congo Basin is still one of the least mapped ecosystems on the planet. New large species, including a new species of giant ape, have been discovered there within the last 30 years. The Congo keeps its secrets, and it's very good at it. Number 2. Megatherium. Take everything you know about sloths, slow, cute, harmless, and throw it out completely. Megatherium was a sloth the size of an elephant. over 10 feet tall, standing upright, for tons of muscle and bone, covered in thick fur, with claws so long and curved it couldn't even walk flat-footed. It walked on its fists, knuckles pressing to ground, claws curled inward, like a living tank moving through the forest. Those claws weren't just for walking. They could rip full-grown trees out of ground. Even saber-toothed cats gave Megatherium a wide berth. For millions of years, nothing on Earth messed with it. Then, about 10,000 years ago, gone. Scientists believe early humans hunted it to extinction across South America. But deep in the Amazon, the stories haven't stopped. Local communities describe a massive creature, heavy, slow, covered in fur, with enormous claws that curve backward. They describe a strange scent mark on its belly. That detail is crucial because modern sloths have scent glands in exactly the same location. Backward curving claws, massive body, belly scent gland. Every single detail lines up with what we know about Megatherium from the fossil record. Researcher David Oren collected over 100 eyewitness accounts from communities along Brazil's Tapajos River. He couldn't prove it, but he couldn't dismiss it either. The Amazon is enormous. Most of it has never been searched. If a 4-ton Ice Age giant found a deep enough jungle, maybe it just never left. Number 1. Plesiosaur. Imagine a sea turtle. Now stretch its neck out like a snake, 30 feet long. Give it 4 powerful flippers built for speed. Make it 55 feet long total. That was the Plesiosaur, one of the most terrifying marine predators that ever lived. Fast, powerful, built to chase. The largest ones didn't just hunt fish. Some scientists believe they pulled prey directly off shorelines. 65 million years ago, when the asteroid hit and the dinosaurs died, plesiosaurs were supposed to go with them. Every expert agrees. They're gone, except people won't stop seeing them. For hundreds of years, across dozens of countries, witnesses have described the exact same thing. A long neck rising from dark water. A massive shape moving just below the surface. The most famous case is Loch Ness in Scotland, but that's just one of over 300 lakes worldwide, with nearly identical reported sightings. 300 lakes, completely separate cultures, describing the same creature. Scientists push back hard. The water is too cold. The food supply is too limited. A breeding population couldn't stay hidden this long. The arguments are valid, but 300 lakes don't accidentally tell the same story. Which one of these do you think is still out there? Drop it in the comments right now. If this video just made you question everything you learned, hit that like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.